I think your heel turn was one of the greatest heel turns in the history of wrestling.
Gosh, you're gonna get you're trying to get some action here. I know.
The heel run, I think, is different from the heel turn.
Yeah.
How did you feel about the heel turn that night in Toronto, Elimination Chamber, and then the months that we saw after that?
So again, this is just my perspective. What I like is people are talking about it. And the cool thing is people who are critical of it apparently had some idea in their head about what they wanted, which is great because that means you're attached. That means you care. Like, I enjoy that. And I hear that criticism. When we did it as a big moment, but with a purpose. Hey, this is going to ignite something with you and Cody. It's going to start in February and end in August. Because you only have 36 broadcasts and Intuit and Rumble are gone. So now we're down to 34. And then we need some on the back end with you actually being a good guy. So let's take it down to 24. We kind of have to tell a story that should be 2 years long, 52 weeks a year, plus 14 to 18 PLEs. We got to do it in like 20 episodes of television. Okay, so it took my focus on Cody, on the championship, and on frustrations that I've had, genuine, it all comes from a genuine place, things I could say. I'm so happy to say that I wouldn't retread the course because I gave everything I had. My poor wife, I'd wake up in the middle of the night writing promo lines and thinking about spots and stuff. The opponents I had were great, but I remember everyone talking in February and be like, yes, this is how things change. Yes, this is a good plan. Okay, guys, if I'm going to ruin this thing, like I'm going to wrestle methodically. Like I have an idea of what ruining wrestling is. I'm going to ruin it.
Yeah. What does ruin wrestling mean to you?
Taking the fun away from the fan. If I'm an advocate of like, we can't do this without you. And then I finally realized like, man, you guys are kind of abusive and I'm a victim. I'm going to take the thing that matters most to you away. So I'm going to take the most coveted spot of the program, the main event spot, and a chase for the most coveted prize and suck and make it painful for you to sit through.
Are you saying you were sucking on purpose?
I'm saying the style was the way it was because of the goal to ruin it, to take the championship home. If you're lights out doing triple flips and crazy kicks and crazy spots and you take it home, people are like, yeah, he earned it. I wanted to flip it, of course, because I was never going to reach the goal, but also knowing that I have to carry a story with Cody and he has something to save. Guys, I don't want this. I want the fun stuff. Remember the fun we used to have? I want the fun. And he can tell me as his opponent, hey, dude, we want the fun back. And I know this isn't you. So amazingly enough, what I love about how things change, and this is literally the first time I've talked about this because I never wanted to reflect on it while it's going, but I got one left, so we're good. The fans changed me. Like, you go to the Cody match at WrestleMania, which is where I debut a more methodical style. You
were getting cheered.
It was very tough.
Yeah.
And then you lean into like, only so many dates left. I'm taking this thing home. I'm a victim of an abusive relationship. All of the things like, I'm going to remove the fun from wrestling. You can't ignore the noise, but I'm also out there to do what I'm told. I was told for years to be a good guy while the noise in the arena said otherwise. Paul, head of creative, was like, hey, listen, we're not going to ignore the noise. We want you to have more thrilling matches. So we want you to change the way that you see all this and start to be a little more exciting. Flash forward to the next guy I got, to Randy. What a program that was.
Yeah.
A couple great promos, his RKO after Vegas. We gave him home field advantage. I really loved that match. Everybody happy. Yeah, they see WrestleMania and like, what the F? And then they see, all right, yeah, all right, cool. And then the next guy gets Punk. And then the same thing. gosh, one of the moments in sports entertainment that's larger than sports entertainment is Phil Brooks going to Saudi Arabia. That just made me cry. Like, awesome. Accountability, vulnerability, apology, forgiveness. Man, cultures melding into each other. And then he comes out and does my gimmick. Like, how do you follow what I did? He came up with this crazy idea. I'm like, dude, you have to do that. And he crushed it. He absolutely just crushed it. And what a trip for him. Like, redemption, acceptance. Now he can go there wherever he wants, and he can entertain fans who are incredible over there. When we started early on, they didn't know what was going on. Now they're loud, and they pack that place, and it's a great place to perform. And they welcome him, and he welcomes them, and that's super cool. And then after Punk, you got Logan, Sammy, Cody, like, so.
I love that you remember all these in order too.
But it's people, we get hung up on these moments, and I'm not saying don't be critical, but when I look back at it, I see like, all right, pivot. We tried this. They were brave enough to allow me to try something bold. They were also brave enough to say it's not working. And I was accountable enough to be like, all right, what would you want?